Greetings and welcome back to Tarot with Tay. Welcome to the Tay gang. If you've never been here before, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified every single time that I pull up, okay? Sending you so much love, so much life and longevity and any and everything else that you need at this given moment in time. Let's go ahead and just breathe in and out. Okay, let's relax, breathe, rest our nerves, and remember that there are no expectations here. Take what resonates with your spirit, not your flesh. All right, take what resonates with your spirit and not your flesh. Okay, I want you to only receive your truth. Let the messages be conveyed clearly, concisely, and controlled. All right, sending you so much love, so much life, so much longevity that you got to store it up and save it for later, okay? I am super excited to present today's video. This topic is out of this world. I'm hilarious, okay. This video topic, as you can tell from the title, is intel from higher light intergalactic beings. And when I tell you, the vibes are just immaculate. I could already sense it. I could already feel it. I'm already channeling these crystal grid energies that I just intuitively was guided to initiate. And let's just say that the vibes are perfect. Okay, so sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and get into this message that you need to receive. We have group number 1, the dolphin spirit, which says this and that are true, the number 20. We have group number 2, the frog spirit, clear out the clutter, the number 28. Group number 3, we have seahorse spirit, watch and wait, the number 53. And group number 4, we have the elephant spirit, learn from the past, the number 25. Let's get a little zoom in there. Dolphin spirit, this and that are true, the number 20. Group number 2, frog spirit, clear out the clutter, that is my DNA. Number 28. Group number 3, we have seahorse spirit, watch and wait, the number 53. And group number 4, elephant spirit, learn from the past, number 25. Feel free to pause the screen if needed, and if you're interested in donating to the channel, booking a personal reading, learning anything else about the channel and how you can have access to these vibes outside of YouTube, everything is in the description box down below. Everything is linked and labeled. All you have to do is take your time and peruse to find what you need to soothe you, all right? But let's go ahead and get into this pick a card reading. I'll see you at your groups. Bye. Group number 1, if you selected the dolphin spirit that states this and that are true, also associated with the number 20, then this is your reading. So let's go ahead and hop right in to find out what intel needs to come down for you from these higher intergalactic beings. So immediately I'm being brought to this number 20. This is letting me know that there are 2 major cycles completing here. I'm getting that these are 2 major realizations that you are having about yourself in relation to 2 separate people and or entities. This could be you recognizing a pattern between you and a specific person, or this could be you recognizing your actions and how it relates to a specific job, a specific task, responsibility, or requirement. Anything along those lines. I'm seeing that you are literally seeing that this and that are true. This could quite honestly be highlighting the fact that at this time you are seeing both sides of the coin. You have removed the self from ego enough to recognize what is true outside of your own truth, as well as what is still true within your own truth. Okay, all right, let's buckle up, baby. All right, let's buckle up here. Dolphins are highly intelligent, which lets me know that however this message comes down, this group is going to absorb it like a sponge, because I feel like this is literally your energy here. The dolphin is an ocean mammal, yet they can breathe outside of water. You know, like they have this duality to them. They have a specific intelligence to them. Seeing that this and that are true, I'm just being brought to this oceanic concept of thinking and this breathing air concept of thinking. So this water versus air. This is the energy that you're floating within right now. And it's interesting that I use the term floating, because now I'm being brought to like how the air can control mist and put droplets in the air, and you are like floating in this mist, this air, and this water. And it's like sparkling, yeah. So, and I'm seeing something about a number 8 or a figure 8. Some of you could be skaters or dancers. I'm also seeing something about flowers. Maybe you paint flowers, or you're a gardener. Someone's like always picking a hair off of their lip. I think it's like a pet or something, but that's besides the point. Let's go ahead and get into the messages, the intel that is directly guided to you, that selected group number 1, about this dolphin spirit. This and that are true, the number 20. What messages need to come down? Bottom of the deck, the 6 of Pentacles. I am hearing forgiveness and remnants. Forgiveness and remnants. So, wow. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands reversed, paired with the 3 of Cups upright, which I feel is very fitting to the channel that I just gave. I'm still adjusting to the camera, guys. Just bear with me. But we were just talking about remnants and forgiveness. And this 5 of Wands reversed, facing away from the 3 of Cups, is almost like a shield of protection, a barrier, a specific stance. And it's interesting that these wands are all leading to this bigger flame here. This is giving me redirection of energy, refocusing of energy. Now I'm being brought to that figure 8, that perfect flow of energy. And then the other pair that we have, the 5, I'm sorry, I almost said the 5 of Swords. The 7 of Swords and the Devil. I want to take note of the similarities in location. There's this body of water, but one looks a lot more bleak, prisonish than the other. This is giving the concept of digging their own grave in a way, or setting a trap. I'm getting this sense of paranoia for some. Some in this group have this side to you that's constantly worried that every spat or every debacle or every debate is the ending or the beginning of a war. And when I say the ending, I literally mean the ending, period, or starting a whole new sentence, the beginning of a war. Do you get what I'm saying? This dolphin spirit energy is coming to you to tell you that you are a lot more lovable than you think you are. Yes, even despite your mistakes, even despite your fears, even despite your worries. I'm hearing it's okay to be cognizant, but there's a difference between cognizance, awareness, and paranoia. And I'm seeing that we were leaning more so towards this Seven of Swords and the Devil. This is like what's in the back of the mind. I'm seeing that these intergalactic beings are working with you, whether you recognize this or not. I feel like the spiritual assistance that we need is always like ushered into us against our will for our own growth, knowledge, and attainment. And part of you, whether you recognize this or not, is very receptive to this. So this could also be a reason why you may find yourself surrendering a lot more now, or you will moving forward. We have, wow, free spirit, as I was talking about surrendering. You're surrendering these fears. You could take this as more of like a F it kind of attitude towards more things in your life. And I'm seeing that this is a lot lighter for you. This is bringing a lot more light to your life. Yes, your fears have some validity because you're feeling it, right? But I'm seeing that you're feeding less into it. Again, with the assistance of these intergalactic beings, you are just kind of submerging and submitting. You're submerging into this pool of submission to, that's interesting, to be baptized of these old ways. To, like, it's a baptism here. Yeah, oh my gosh, the Devil card. I just thought about that as I'm talking about a baptism. The Seven of Swords with the Devil card, this is literally like fears that have your mind locked down, preventing you from taking certain steps that are essential for your growth and movement forward. Like, again, it's this effort energy of doing it anyway, not in a throwing caution to the wind kind of way, but in a, I have considered it, this is not going to harm me even if it goes left a little bit, you know. This is like taking precautions to kind of ease yourself into this free-spirited energy. Wow. Trust. And the only way that you can allow yourself to be submerged into this pool of submission is to simply accept that this and that are true and trust the process of whatever these actions that you are currently feeling guided and led towards doing are going to help you escape is something that I'm getting, or just achieve the next level. Like, I'm literally being brought to like the ending of this one point in the game. Oh my gosh, I just talked about that. Yeah, like this ending, and then I talked about that ending there, or the beginning of a new war. That's kind of what's going on here. Is like you are putting a period on one thing here and starting something else. And like, yeah, this new start has its ups, its downs, as anything does in life, but that's what this free spirit energy is doing for you, is freeing you from worrying yourself into stagnation or debilitation. All right, bottom of the deck, we've got magic. This is what I'm talking about. That submission, that submersion, that baptism. This is what I'm talking about here. You might not understand why you are surrendering so easily. You might not understand how this is happening. You might not understand why you're able to do this. You may not understand. But you are trusting the flow. You're trusting the process and where you are led to go. we're going to pull some archetype cards to help you lead and guide yourself to the best energy for you to embody at this time. And that is how we're going to close out this reading. So first things first, that you are being called to embody a bit more is this damsel energy. Yes, my friend. Making it clear that you would like assistance, that you would like help, that you would like support is a part of the plan. Again, this submersion into submission keeps coming up. This is not saying that you are a damsel in distress in the toxic sense. We have to learn to take words back and redefine them for ourselves. And that's what this damsel energy is coming to you, asking you to take on more. Let's focus on the light attribute. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. That takes surrendering, allowing the self to be submerged into submission for this baptism, this preparation. A lot of this intel will be wired to you. That's an interesting word, the way that it's coming through. It's being wired. Like I'm being brought to my solar plexus to your solar plexus. This is very, very, very interesting. There's like a portal opening up for you. Wow. And it's showing me this line here going straight to you. This video, in particular, this group, is going to open you up to a higher level of completion, because you will have the confidence to do something, the confidence to surrender. We have Messiah at the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry, that's not the bottom of the deck, that's your next card. Serving humanity with humility. And this is the thing about humility. You're being called to take on this Messiah archetype. Again, serving humanity with humility. This requires you to serve with purpose and intention that allows you to kind of release a little bit easier. This is a healthy form of detachment, so that you don't take certain things so personally, so much so that it hinders your growth, it hinders your ability to stay in alignment with the mission. This is qualifying your subconscious highest thoughts of self. I feel like I said subconscious weird, but your subconscious highest thoughts of self are being brought to the surface. What's buried in your subconscious isn't always negative or evil or bad or dark. Sometimes it's the lightest parts of you. That's why you have to dip down into that darkness to find it. Something about the moon is relevant here. I think it could be your moon sign. There could be some heavy Aquarius moons that selected this group, or something about an Aquarius moon. I don't know, bro. I'm just a messenger, okay? And bottom of the deck, we have gossip. Yep, okay, here we go. This is in reference to things that you may be dealing with outside of yourself, but you're pulling yourself back in. Remember, we talked about this and that are true. Those fears of what they may say, what they may think. When you tap into this subconscious, highest version of yourself, what will they think? You're stepping less into what will they think and just kind of flowing into this higher version of yourself. And it's interesting I said flowing into the higher version of yourself, because Pisces rules the subconscious, and you're literally flowing into the, again, oh my gosh, yes, the baptism, the water, the submersion into the subconscious to grab those highest aspects of yourself and bring them to the surface. It's all surrounded by this damsel energy. You having the guts, the courage, the power, the strength to serve humanity with humility, despite what they may say, despite what they may think of you embodying this damsel energy a little bit more. There's a reason why this damsel energy was buried so far beneath. There was shame attached to it, but you're trusting. There's something about an egg forming here, but you're trusting whatever is birthed here, whatever cracks open out of this egg, will be exactly what it's meant to be. This and that are true. All right, so this is all that I have for you, group number 1. This was beautiful, honestly. I can't wait to read your feedback in the comment section down below. I'm sending you so much love, so much life. Be sure to share this video with someone that you think may find it helpful. And this is all that I have for you. Anything that you may need to know or want to know about me or about the channel is in the description box down below. But until next time, take care, be well, and if you picked another group, I'll see you there. Bye. Group number 2, Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter, the number 28. Let's go ahead and download the intel from higher intergalactic beings. I'm hearing traveling through, and it's bringing me to emotions, meaning let the emotion flow. No matter how stopped up or backed up it may get, it's going to get flowing again. It's going to run its course again. This can be talking about your energetic flow. This could be talking about the actual weather outside, wherever you're located. This is also referring to people. I'm being brought to like this nomadic energy. Either you are a nomad yourself, or there's someone in your life right now who is temporary. I mean, everyone is temporary, but we're not getting over there yet, okay? Every experience in this life is temporary. It's all borrowed, okay? So that's what I'm referring to there. But it's something about permanence and comfortability in the awareness of the true lack of permanence. Okay, all right. Buckle up. I had to say this to group number 1 as well. You may have resonated with group number 1, or maybe this reading as a whole is just one of those ones you gotta buckle up for. Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter, and we're talking about traveling. Your flight costs a little less if your bags are packed a little lighter. You spend a little less gas if there's less baggage in your car. This is lightening the load. This is freeing the self from attachments in a healthy way. This is recognition of what is yours to keep and what is temporary. And as I began this reading with, everything is temporary. This is a call to appreciate the now, sit in the now, concentrate on the now. I'm being brought to like this frog who's really like just chilling. This frog knows that it has the capability to just leap at any time. But there's something about the permanence of this impermanent moment that the frog is taking in. There is purpose in your stillness, your stagnation, or what you interpret to be stillness and stagnation. Interesting. Group number 2, I'm being brought back to group number 1, who was the number 20, and I mentioned the number 8, I mentioned the figure 8, and here we have you, the number 28. So thank you, Spirit, for confirming the link between the two. This lets me know that you have mastered or come to some major realization, as group number 1 did, and you did something about it. You're doing something about it. You're working through doing something about it. So let's talk about it. For some of you, this could be about belief systems in love, what it's supposed to feel like, what home is supposed to look like, what family is supposed to look like or feel like. This is clearing out toxic expectations. Now I'm being brought to a concept from group number 1 about the subconscious, but for you, you are in this subconscious space pulling out what is not needed, literally clearing out the clutter. Thank you. The 4 of Swords, lightening the load. Group 1 was more about pulling from the subconscious and using this and applying it to your current circumstance. This was pulling something positive out of the subconscious. For group number 2, this is more so pulling the toxins out of the subconscious and ridding yourself of them. And I'm really getting that it has a lot to do. I'm really getting that it has a lot to do with interpretation, conceptualization, or something like that. Perspective above all. See, yeah, the Page of Swords. Perspective. The 7 of Pentacles. Perspective, perception, and the concept of time. The Hermit. That last card was the 7 of Pentacles reversed, by the way. Don't know if I said that. The 10 of Pentacles. I'm hearing upright, okay? I'm hearing surface with a smile, okay? Bottom of the deck, wow, we have the Lovers. Surface with a smile, and I'm being brought to this Lovers. So this is giving man in the mirror. Again, we talked about perspective, perception. And we also talked about beliefs, about like concepts and familial ties and what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to feel like, what it's supposed to generate. I'm getting that is all shifting, changing. Again, the toxic beliefs are being, I'm really getting this energy of like being siphoned out. Like, I'm being brought to a gas tank. I don't know why. Well, yeah, that does make sense, because I was about to say I don't know why, but actually I do. I'm being brought to a gas tank because your car would seriously run better if you put better gas in it, like better quality. Now for some of you this could be literal, but I'm getting that this is metaphorical for the majority. It's talking about maybe the way that the food that you use to fuel your body. Maybe some of you need to take in more water. And as I see that, this is submerged in water, but that's just one thing there. For the majority though, this is again your subconscious, where I'm being brought to this gas tank because this is your subconscious. Your subconscious rules everything. If there's no gas in the car, then it won't go. If you put the wrong gas in the car, it won't go, or it will, you know, it'll just give out on you. We're focusing on your fuel, babes. We are focusing on the fuel. What fuels you? What moves you? Let's talk about it. What motivates you? This is also bringing me to like a filtration system. You know how you go to the car place and they're like, hey, if you pay us a little extra, we can do XYZ to filter your gas so that it'll take like the best quality of the gas, and you know, like whatever they talk about. I don't know about cars, but it's something about a filtration system. We have contemplation, filtration, contemplation. This is filtering your thoughts, filtering your experience. This is you giving yourself the power to deny or accept something as true. This is reprogramming. I'm hearing red marks the spot, not X. Red marks the spot. Ah, now I'm being brought to a red dot. Red marks the spot. Bullseye. Something about red. Ah, that's interesting I said bullseye, because bulls, like in the color red. Some of you may feel targeted in a sense, and you are being, what's the word? You are being reassured that your feelings are valid. And it may be true that, yes, you do seem to have a target on you, or a target on your back, or the red dot hunting for you specifically. You're like most wanted or something, you know, like whatever. But what can you do with this power, with this magnetism, with this strength? Instead of you looking at it as like, oh my gosh, I'm being attacked, you're looking at it as like, oh my gosh, there's energy just gathering here. Let me utilize that. Relaxation. It's a lot easier to work with the negativity that is thrown at you. I'm being brought to a concept that I mentioned in a different pick a card reading. Shout out to you. Holla at me in the comment section down below if you know what I'm talking about when I say this. The coal that is thrown at you from people, how you can process it as it's coming towards you and turn it into a diamond. How can you transmute that negative energy into something positive? That's what this is all about. Your superpower of transmuting negative energy into something that you can use to fuel yourself. We have free spirit at the bottom of the deck. This card came out in group number 1, so extra confirmation that there is a connection between the two. I'm hearing free yourself of this concept. There's something that you have this very strong belief of. For some of you, this is that you have to do something alone. For others of you, this is feeling like no matter how many boundaries you set, that it will never protect you. You are safe, okay? So now I'm about to pull some archetype cards that are going to guide you into the direction of the highest archetypes for you to embody at this time for your greatest and highest good. Let's get into it. We have the Destroyer. Focusing on the light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. What have we been talking about the whole time? Destroying old ways of thinking, old concepts, old beliefs, old processing systems. Again, the coal into the, I almost said coal into the gold, but the coal into the diamonds. Just the BS into some good S. Good shit, you know? You get it, like the bullshit to the good shit. Ha ha! Okay. You're seeing a new way to utilize what you once saw as a weakness to now utilize it as a strength. You are transmuting the thought that told you that this was your weakness. This is your, what is that? Your Achilles, like that weak spot. You're learning how to assist it for your greatest and highest good. Ooh, that came out very smooth. I like that. And we have Child Divine. Light attributes. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggest a special connection with the divine. We have warrior. The light attribute strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. So, you know how I was talking about that energy that you were embodying? What was I talking? Dang it, kind of slipped. Hold up. This concept of feeling, this concept of feeling like, okay. All right, Spirit, I get it. They're like, mention this again. Group number 1 had a concept of feeling like they had to do something alone. Sorry, I'm adjusting to the camera still. Feeling like they had to do something alone, feeling like they didn't have the room, space, opportunity, the liberty to ask for help, assistance, guidance, whatever they needed. With this group, there's a similar concept where you're being called to look at that weakness, that Achilles, that thing. I feel like it was something about your ego here. But it's interesting because your ego here is actually calling for you to not be afraid to embody more of this warrior energy, as group number 1 was called to do less of that. So if you were guided to both groups, I feel as though you have to know that there's a time and a place for everything, but you of course will resonate with one more than the other for whatever reason. Sit with it, pray with it, take it to the Lord to know how to apply it and understand how it's yours, if it's yours. But this is about conquering the ego in a way that's like, it's okay to look like I'm trying. For some of you, I feel like there was this concept of like, too cool for school, or, oh, I don't need you. So again, there's that connection to group number 1, that I don't need help. That could have been the factor that was kind of weakening you. And that's what it is. It's like, your weakness was weakening you even more than you recognized because of certain actions or beliefs that you were taking or thinking or embodying. Okay. I believe that is all here. Let me see. These whirls are very active here. And again, remember I talked about the connection between you and group number 1 was that 8 cycle. Yes, that's what it is. Group number 1 was the part of you that, the positive part of you that needs to be applied more. Notice how this flame is dancing. The positive part of you that needs to be applied more is now jumping into action, preparing to jump into said action. You have already recognized something that was not assisting you, helping you. That's why you apply with group number 1. You are in agreement with group number 1 because you recognize this. Now this is the preparation for new life, that frog getting ready to jump. There's a big step on the horizon here. This is a progression. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a progression to group number 3, but we'll see how that goes. Above all, your reading is focused on destructive patterns, beliefs, embracing them, and then recognizing how you have to move forward with or without them, or how you alchemize that energy. To use some of this, to leave some of that, use some of this, leave some of that. This is a new recipe here. You're about to take a leap forward with a new recipe. That's why you're clearing out the clutter. Maybe you had a little bit too much salt in your recipe. And now you want to apply a little bit more sugar. Make it a little bit more sweet. Or vice versa. Maybe it was a little too sweet and now you need a little more spice. Whatever. But this is all that I have for you, group number 2. These are the messages from the higher intergalactic beings for your highest and greatest good. This is the intel that I'm dropping for you today. If you picked another group, I will see you there. But if not, take care. Until next time, take care. Be well. Bye. Group number 3, there's so much to see. I need you right here with me. Number 53, the seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Now I know this is a story that gets thrown around the tarot community like hot grease popping on a fire, okay? But this is for real right now. This is for real when I tell you someone sees you, recognizes you. I'm hearing it, watches what you're doing, supports it, wants to be part of it. Genuinely waiting on the right time to be revealed. Now, depending on what phase of your life you're in, maybe your intuition is a few timelines ahead of you. So maybe you're not quite here being watched, but this is occurring. For those of you that selected this group, take it to the Lord and know that it is yours. Ask for a sign, the number 53. Ask to see the number 53 if this is your reading. Be that specific. Ask to see a 53, a seahorse, or I'm hearing a stop sign or a stopwatch. But a stop sign is like, bitch, you just go outside and you see a stop sign. So anyways, but I feel like asking to see a stop sign in a very specific place. You might see one in a weird place to see a stop sign. Like if you see one on social media, or being brought to those things that check to see if you're human or like a robot. It'll be like, click the images with the stop signs in them, you know, shit like that. Or you might even see a stop sign on somebody's shirt, or just a big ass red hexagon could be assigned to you as well. But again, take it between you and spirit to know that it is yours, okay? But just know that there is some sort of surprise that is loading behind the scenes. And it does have something to do with a passionate beginning with someone. Talk to me. Let's get this intel from the higher intergalactic beings for group number 3. I've seen the Empress card twice as I've been shuffling. The King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands and Judgment. Someone realizes something, sees something. I'm hearing in a clear-eye view. I'm hearing married to the game and I said I do. That's a line by Meek Mill. Talk to me about group number 3. What intel needs to be dropped? We have the 7 of Wands. Okay. For some of you, someone is watching you under pressure. The Strength card, to see how you handle it, to see how you process it, to see how you take it. Not in a deviant way. See, look, the Page of Pentacles. This is not someone who's like trying to hold something over your head to be like, oh, they reacted in this way. No, this is someone who genuinely wants to see how you handle something or how you work under pressure. The King of Cups here. The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, someone genuinely wants to see what you will do with something. I'm kind of getting this energy of giving you free reins to do something, to try something. Someone wants to see. The King of Cups. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or this could be someone waiting to see what you will do with their love, their offer. This could be a platonic love offer that develops into something romantic. Or this could be completely romantic but genuine love. I don't know why these are so relevant. Are these like, are they barnacles? Is that what that is? Or am I tripping? But it's in the shape of armor on this King of Cups. We need to do some research there. What do barnacles represent? First of all, let me make sure that's a barnacle. Anyways, barnacle. Barnacle? The more I say it, the less it sounds like a real word. Okay, but it is a barnacle. Yes, it sure is. All right. So what I'm going to do is see what exactly is a barnacle. Like, is there a reason, a meaning? Like, what is it? Let's see. This term is used figuratively to describe a tenacious person or thing. Okay, so tell me, what does tenacious mean? Tenacious, tending to keep a firm hold of something, clinging or adhering closely. Now, I want us to go back to this image because I was definitely looking at how this person is clinging onto this cup. Okay, come on. Get with the program. How he's clinging onto this cup. I was definitely focusing on that, and these barnacles, they cling on. This is giving heart on the sleeve kind of energy. So someone wants to see how you will react in a situation, or someone is simply studying you first before moving forward, before doing something. Someone wants to gauge your response to something. And I feel like this person is able to gauge over time, this watch and wait patience. So this could even be about someone who's in your life currently that sees higher potential for growth with you or in you, meaning a boss could be looking at you for a promotion, especially working under pressure. That's what that main energy is about. But there's this energy of studying and taking notes. From a situation occurring over here. Like studying, taking notes of how you grow from something. Discernment. See? Someone wants to see how you maneuver through something. Or if it's not someone wanting to see this, this is literally someone already witnessing how you choose to maneuver through something. This Knight of Pentacles with this watch and wait, I feel like this is someone admiring your patience. Admiring your perspective and your cognition. Magic. This card came out in group number 1, so you may find yourself drawn to group number 1. Bottom of the deck, light. See? Yeah. This is the intergalactic message coming down for you right now is quite literally about someone learning from you or learning about you through observation, observance of your light. And someone truly admires this. Now, this is also giving me a double message too of this is, oh, that's interesting. For some of you, this is literally a future version of yourself learning from a current version of yourself, or a current version of yourself learning from a past version of yourself, studying certain choices, movements, decisions, and changes, and using that to harvest some sort of magic to create some sort of beginning in your life. Now, I started with your reading different already because I have these two cards in the other groups before you. They were closer in, but for some reason I'm feeling a complete split. I'm going to be putting your archetype cards at the center here. And these archetype cards are meant to express to you exactly the energy that you are meant to embody right now, to tap into your highest and greatest good and potential right here, right now. So there's some sort of significance with that. Something about the inside. We have companion. So an insider, a friend. So I feel like this is definitely referring to a friend that is truly admiring you right now. This could even be kind of referring to someone that you may feel like is judging you, or is, judging, quite honestly, in a negative way. But if you look at it from a less defensive perspective, not to blame you, to say that you're being defensive, but in a less defensive perspective, from a higher perspective, a more light and love perspective, this is admiration at its finest. Bottom of the deck, hedonist. And it's also a part of who you naturally are meant to be. Watched, observed, to learn from. This is part of your purpose. To be potentially attacked at first, or at least feeling attacked, but over time it turns into admiration. It's this energy of being triggered first, and then falling in love with the killer. You get what I'm saying? The trigger, the one that pulled the trigger, falling in love with the killer. Boom. Shapeshifter. Yeah. This is talking about there's a thin line between love and hate. Someone who may be seeming kind of hater-ish or hateful, they are simply going through the motions. They're trying to be happy for you. And somehow this reading is meant to give you the energy that you need to soften up to see this from this lighter, more loving perspective, so that your energy will naturally alchemize, aka shapeshift, this energy into something more positive, more useful. These chakras are being highlighted here, most specifically the crown chakra. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Even in this negative situation, what seems so negative will be transformed because of you witnessing this reading, sleeping on it, taking it in, and then watching and waiting. This is also just saying that look at how the way that you move has already changed. Look at how you're already learning from your lessons. So imagine how far you'll go. You've gained this much strength in this little time. You gained this much power from this few of people. How can I describe that? It's like you've gained power, so much power from seemingly small circumstances. So imagine how much power you will gain from seemingly massive circumstances. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. This is what someone is admiring. At first it triggered them, that you seem so happy, magical, beautiful, radiant. But then their curiosity is piqued beyond what the darkness is triggered by. When the light comes in, it shines the brightest in the darkest corners first, and that's what snaps your attention. That's that trigger, boom. And sometimes we haven't experienced something enough to recognize, oh, that's a dark shadow being triggered that I need to nip in the bud. So be patient with yourself and others. Watch and wait how this transforms over time. But what's most important is that you continue to resonate in the energy that triggered this the most in the first place, because that's what they're going to learn from. The very thing that triggered them is going to be the very thing that they learn to love. From a distance, though. This is not saying that you got to be besties or buddy-buddy. But just watch and wait how the magic flows. This is all that I have for you, group number 3. I'm sending you so much love, so much life, so much longevity. And if you selected another group, I will see you there. But if you need to know anything about me or anything about connecting outside of this channel, all of that is linked down below in the description box. All you gotta do is take your time and read. Everything is linked and labeled. But until next time, take care. Be well. Bye. Group number 4. Let's just say that, first of all, I almost called you group number 1. So group number 1 seems to be an anchor for you. But you selected the elephant spirit, learned from the past, number 25. Now, we cannot skip over the current pop culture with the elephant that allegedly offed someone and then showed up at the funeral and just did things. Okay? I don't know both sides of the story, man. Okay, I don't know both sides. Okay, it's not funny, but it's also the jokes that I've been seeing on Twitter, the jokes that I've seen on all social media sites. I can't help but giggle when I think of the situation. But again, being offed is not funny. It's the jokes that everyone makes. All right, pop culture. So, what is this about? What intel needs to be brought down to group number 4 from higher intergalactic beings, and why was that story of the elephant even relevant? Let's talk about it. There's something about rings or jewelry. I'm being brought to someone who has like either braces or a grill or some sort of accents on their teeth. This could even be golds on your teeth. I don't know how you live in, boss. This could be signifying someone that you know. I'm getting some sort of link, connection, or realization. Definitely highlighting the third eye. Elephants are known to never forget, hence learning from the past. Let's see, what is this about? What is this message about? We have the 8 of Cups. I'm hearing the power and the strength to walk away when something seems stagnant, not moving. I'm being brought to the imagery of a raccoon for some reason. And we have the King of Cups. Yeah, this 8 of Cups imagery, I was focusing on this guy here, and it's like this girl is walking away, and for some reason I was told that she was giving this guy in this imagery time to grow. And then the King of Cups comes out, who just looks like an older version, an aged version of this man depicted in the 8 of Cups. I want to look at these. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Justice. This is definitely... I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. It's definitely a situation about being patient or waiting something out for divine timing, justice to play out. Sticking something out that's probably not the easiest to stick through, as it wouldn't be easy. See, yeah, the 9 of Wands. As it would not be easy to walk away from a situation that is not serving you, or a person that is not in their highest vibration right now, and they're not really working towards it. I mean, at any given moment, everyone is always in their highest vibration that they can possibly be in that given time, but that doesn't mean that more pressure can't be applied to be in a higher vibration. 7 of Cups reversed here. That's this sobering up energy. No longer being clouded by whatever this lack of growth was, this immaturity. Dang, that flew. The Four of Wands. I'm hearing the flightiness. Something about flightiness. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. Behind that, the Tower and the Ten of Wands. There is a realization here, a recognition. That's what this High Priestess is here for. This change. This High Priestess feels some sort of change coming or gaining traction, like something's getting heavier. See, the Ten of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles. Something is getting heavier. The Nine of Wands. Now, for some, what's getting heavier is the weight that you've been bearing, and so you are being guided to adjust this thing that you're carrying. Maybe something from the past. For others, you're sensing, hence that High Priestess, you're sensing something gaining traction. Either way, you're sensing something from the past. You're seeing it clearly, which is why you are able to now feel something in relation to it clearly as well. Gratitude. Leaving this behind with grace. I'm taking note that currently I'm being guided to lay out the cards the same exact way that I did in group number 3, and group number 3 was the first group that I laid those cards out with like that. So there's a split between group number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but there's also a connection from group 3 and 1 and group 4 and 1. And I'm being brought to linking numbers, group 1 with group 4, your groups, if you so choose to go back there. 14 is a temperance card. Patience. That waiting this out with gratitude, not anxiously or angrily. Yeah, re-energize. I'm hearing something about running its course, like giving it time to run its course. Contentment, see, and finding happiness in that stillness, in that moment. Again, that thing that you fit, that High Priestess sense coming, that tower, whether it's a tower saying like, okay, I'm dropping all of this, or I'm finally reaching this goal, or both, okay, or neither. It's something completely different. Just take it as it resonates. But this thing that you're sensing is only gaining traction, is only growing, is only being acknowledged because of this surrendering. The difference between surrendering and just dropping something is that with surrendering, you give with grace and gratitude. You say, I don't know what to do with this, God, so I'm just going to put it over here until I know what to do with this. If it's there when I know what to do with it, then I know what to do with it. If it's not there when I finally get that answer, there's my answer. This is a heavy emphasis on not putting so much weight on something that doesn't need to have weight on it. Again, contentment at the bottom of the deck. This is being okay if it works, being okay if it doesn't, and learning how to take care of yourself in the in-between time. So I'm going in with the archetype cards so that we can pull out energies for you to embody at this time for your highest and greatest good in order to advance with this intel. First, we have Liberator. I'm hearing express yourself. All right, light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Thinking that you have to let something go angrily or feeling like you have to fight for something tirelessly. The Knight. Loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. There we go. Grace, gratitude, love, honor. There's a cooling sensation here. Like I'm getting being brought to like icy hot. And that's interesting because look at the bottom of the deck. We have Addict. And this is the balance here. Like this is the fiery part. This is the icy part. The icy hot. Finding balance. Liberating yourself by finding that balance of, instead of just dropping it, you surrender it. There's a difference here. I'm being brought to like this energy of, instead of just dropping it all and saying F it, you are like a flower girl releasing it, you know? That's what I'm getting here. And you're doing it with ease, with joy. And it's guiding you to think higher of situations so that they come together in a way that is better. This is also in a way highlighting you learning from some of your own self-sabotaging ways. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I just started thinking about the elephant incident again with all these memes. Why? But yeah, I just feel like this is about grace and being a little bit more lighthearted. Again, sobering up from something is coming through again as well. Yeah, wow. All these cups though, this definitely could be about sobering up because we have 3 of 4 tarot cards that are about cups. And this is totally the Knight of Cups. I don't care what anybody says. It's the Knight of Cups. And I feel like this is a Page of Cups. I'm sorry, not Cups. Page of Wands. It's giving Page of Wands, Knight of Cups energy. Freeing yourself out of passion, out of life, and out of love. This is also highlighting you just making the process a lot easier for yourself, whatever this process may be. That, again, that surrendering, like things that you cannot control, it's getting a lot easier for you to let that go. All right, take some deep breaths, let it all soak in. If you selected another group that you're checking out after this, I will see you there. But this is all that I have for you, group member 4. I'm sending you so much love, so much life. And until next time, take care, be well. Bye. I'll take you. I'll take